Hello kids, now that you are done with your PT1 exam, we teachers are back with the online videos. The very first video will obviously be the analysis of questions that you got in your PT1 exam. This video is basically for English. I hope you like this idea of giving exams in form of MCQs. That was, I believe, that was easier than what we generally do in examination. So let's in this, since we cannot meet one-to-one, I'll just try to clear all your doubts over here, and I'll explain all the answers and why they are the correct answers, so that all your doubts get clear. So in an English question paper, the very first thing that we come across is the comprehension. In this question, the comprehension was based on Marie Curie, a scientist. She discovered radium. So I chose something related to science for your comprehension. I know you might have been confused that this is a science question, but no, this is English question and the comprehension is from science, about a scientist, Marie Curie. So once you are doing comprehension question, I request you to read the extract carefully, the passage carefully, so that you give the answers properly. This since I have just read the extract, I'll get on to the questions. The first question is, the Curie's collaboration helped to unlock the secrets of the atom. So now you must have been trying to find out which answer will be correct, and you must have been reading over there that where is the correct answer. Let me tell you, it is not that easy to find the answers from comprehension once you are once you start going to senior classes. So this is basically for your vocabulary check. The correct option is the friendly collaboration. Friendly word you won't find over here in the passage. In the passage you won't find the word friendly, but then you'll have to find out the synonym of the word which is given in the extract. Next is, Marie had a bright mind and a very light-hearted personality. Marie Curie had light-hearted personality. Next question. When she learned that she could not attend the university in Warsaw, she felt annoyed. Marie Curie was annoyed when she felt that she could not attend the university in Warsaw. Next question. Marie by leaving Poland and traveling to France to enter the Sorbonne. So Sorbonne is also, so what is the correct answer for this? Challenged authority. Marie challenged authority by leaving Poland. Next question. She remembered their joy together. So this is related to the time when Marie lost her husband. So the correct option is dejected. Next question. Her began to fade when she returned to the Sorbonne to succeed her husband. So the correct option is unhappiness. Her unhappiness began to fade when she returned to the Sorbonne to succeed her husband. Her husband died. If you have read the passage carefully, you would have known that her husband died because of an accident. Next question. Even though she became fatally ill for working with radium, Marie Curie was never disappointed. As I said, she had a very light-hearted personality. She was never disappointed, even though working with radium made her fatally ill. Next question. When and where was Marie Curie born? You might have got the answer in the passage in easiest way, I believe. The correct option is 1867 in Warsaw, Poland. Next, Marie Curie's father was a professor of physics. Next question. When did Marie Curie receive a Nobel Prize? The correct option is 1911. That is when Marie Curie received a Nobel Prize. Next question. In which subject did Marie get a master's degree and doctorate? Marie got a master's degree and doctorate in physics. She was going on the footsteps of her father. he was professor of physics, and Mary also got master's degree and doctorate in physics. So this is a very cliche question. We all know that. What did Marie and Pierre Curie discover? Pierre Curie was her husband. So they together discovered radium. So now we are done with the comprehension question. We'll get on to the second part of the question paper, grammar. So you'll have to identify the type of sentence. We have already studied simple, compound and complex sentence. So you'll have to find out. So first is, Vampire Diaries is my favorite television show, but I also love True Blood. But is written over here. Okay, so but is a coordinating conjunction, and these two are independent clauses. So the correct option will be compound sentence. Next, the students wiped the whiteboard that was filthy with last week's note. So what is the correct answer? It is a complex sentence, because the students wiped the whiteboard and after that was filthy with last week's note. So the rest part of the sentence is dependent on the first part of the sentence. So that is complex sentence. There is a dependent clause present over here. Next is, the trendy fashion designer released her new line. So what kind of sentence will it be? It is a simple sentence. It is only an independent clause. It is not having any subordinating or coordinating conjunction. So this is a simple sentence. Next question. Wicked Regina cast a spell on the entire city, so the citizens decided to rebel. Wicked Regina cast a spell on the entire city. So two independent clauses and a coordinating conjunction, hence compound sentence. They are easiest to find. Next is, we have to, this is basically about, characteristics and definitions of the simple, compound and complex sentence. So, the fill in the blanks, the blank which you have to fill over here, a dash has two independent clauses. We know that, right? We solved two questions related to that. Compound sentence has two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. And the abbreviation for coordinating conjunction? Fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So, that's compound sentence. Next, a dash is an independent clause joined by one or more dependent clause. Obviously, that's complex sentence having dependent clause. Next, the clause does not express a complete thought and cannot stand on its own as a sentence is definitely subordinate clause, because main clause, independent clause and principal clause all are same thing. The only option which is different is subordinate clause. I taught that to you. Subordinate clause is also called dependent clause. You know that as well, I guess. Next. Okay, we discussed that just now. The conjunction fanboys is used in compound sentence. Obviously, we right now when we were talking about compound sentence, we discussed fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. You should remember this. So, by now we are done with the second part, that is grammar. Now we'll get on to literature. So, here is the extract from the ant and the cricket. So students, once you are solving a question which is in reference to the context, all the answers should be strictly in reference to the stanza, in reference to the context. It shouldn't be, it can be that its meaning is literally something else, but if metaphorically in reference to the stanza it is something else, you'll have to choose that option. Literally choosing answer won't help. So the two qualities of the cricket described here are, it's lazy and silly. Silly and lazy. I'll tell you why. Young. Most of you have thought that silly and young will be the correct option, but no. Young is not a quality. It is an attribute of a person or an animal. But Basically, the cricket was silly. So this was a tricky question basically. Why cricket was lazy? The cricket was lazy because all day it sang and did not do a piece of work. So that is why the cricket is lazy, and silly is very well written over there. A silly young cricket. So silly and lazy is the correct option. Next, the weather in the poem is, again you might have been confused that the correct option will be summer and spring, because it's written over here, a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. You must have thought that, okay, so the weather is summer and spring, but no. Read it further. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So the weather is winter, because in winter he found out that his cupboard was empty, and the whole poem is set in the winter. It's not in summer and spring, because in the winter only the cricket came out and went to ant and seek for help. So the poem is set in winter. It's not summer and spring. The cricket used to sing in summer and spring. So winter will be the correct answer. Next, accustomed to means acquainted to, in the habit of, basically. Next, again there is a stanza from The Ant and the Cricket only. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket of me. So who is the poet of this poem, and from where is this poem taken? So the name of the poem is The Ant and the Cricket, and it is taken from Aesop's fable. I have told you who is Aesop, I have told you who is fable, what is fable. So The Ant and the Cricket is taken from Aesop's fable. Next question, who speaks the line, oh, what will become of me? Obviously that was cricket, because it was not prepared for winter. Next, which word in the stanza means a piece of bread? A crumb. A crumb means a piece of bread. Next extract, again from The Ant and the Cricket, says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by? When the weather was warm, quoth the cricket, not I. So what do you think that of the ant's behavior? What was he? He was both. He was a servant and a friend. Now, the ant scolded the cricket because he scolded him because he never saved. He should have saved, but he never saved. That is why the ant scolded the cricket. The word quoth means said. That is, quoth was used previously and in ancient English literature texts. So that is used over here, quoth, since it is taken from the Aesop's fable. And Aesop's fable was written long time ago. Again, this question. At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he sets off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant. So this is also from The Ant and the Cricket. It was a long poem. So who was suffering from starvation and famine? Obviously the cricket was suffering from the starvation and famine, because he was not prepared for winter. He all the time enjoyed and never saved for himself. Why was he dripping with wet? Because it was winter and it was raining and he had no shelter, appropriate shelter, and that is why he was dripping with wet. Next, what does the word grant mean? Grant means to permit. That is the correct synonym for grant, permit. So by now we are done with the extract based questions. Now we'll get on to the questions which are from the prose of your book. The first question is from the best business present in the world. What did the author find in a junk shop? The author found a very old 19th century roll-top desk in a junk shop, and that is how the story started. Next question, what did he find in a secret drawer? What did he find? He found a small tin box. He did not find a letter in it. He found a small tin box. In that small tin box there was a letter. So, first will be the correct option, not the third. Next, who had written the letter, to whom and when? Obviously, the whole story revolved around it. Jim McPherson wrote it to his wife, Connie McPherson. So, this option is correct. Jim McPherson had written the letter to his wife, Connie McPherson. Next, what jobs did Hans Wolf and Jim McPherson have when they were not soldiers? The correct option is Hans Wolf played cello in the orchestra and Jim McPherson was a school teacher. Next question, do you think Jim McPherson came back from war? How do you know this? No, Jim McPherson never came from the war. Connie always waited for him, and that is why that condition of Connie, she was in a nursing home. So, no. It is most likely that Jim McPherson did not come back from the war. Next, how old was Mrs. McPherson now and where was she? Mrs. McPherson was 101-year-old and she was in a nursing home in Burlington, not in Wellington. It was Burlington. She was not at her house too. It was burned to ashes when the accident happened, the tragedy happened. Next question. Again, as I was speaking, her eyes never left my face. So this is what the author is trying to say. The lady being talked to is obviously Connie, because author went to meet Connie. Now, the last question. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, same to you, Fritz. So we in the first line refers to the British soldiers, because the other side were German soldiers, this side were British soldiers. Jim was from the Britishers side, so the British soldiers is the correct option. Now this was the end of the video wherein I explained all the questions and their possible answers. I hope your doubts are clear by now. We'll have another video and that will be the discussion of subjective questions that you solved. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.